Tonight, before you fall asleep, someone will tell a story, maybe through a movie, maybe through a book, maybe through a screen glowing in the dark, and without noticing, your brain will follow. You will imagine places that do not exist. You will care about people who never lived. You will feel emotions triggered by events that never happened. That is strange. Humans spend thousands of hours consuming stories. We invent them. We share them. We remember them. And sometimes we build entire societies around them. Why? Why does the human brain love stories so much? The answer begins long before books existed, long before movies, long before writing itself. Imagine a campfire 50,000 years ago. Night surrounds a small group of humans. The darkness is dangerous. Predators move beyond the light. The future is uncertain. Then someone begins speaking. They tell of a successful hunt, a dangerous animal, a mistake that almost proved fatal. Everyone listens, not because they are entertained, because information can mean survival. Psychologist Jerome Bruner argued that humans understand the world through narrative. Stories help organize experience. They transform random events into meaningful sequences. Beginning, middle, end, cause, effect, lesson. A story allows one brain to transfer knowledge into another, without direct experience. That ability is powerful. A child does not need to touch fire. A story can teach the danger. A hunter does not need to face every predator. A story can provide the warning. Knowledge travels faster than experience. Stories became one of humanity's greatest inventions. But stories do more than teach. They create empathy. Neuroscientist Paul Zak found that emotionally engaging stories can increase oxytocin levels. Oxytocin is associated with trust and social bonding. When we follow a character's struggle, something unusual happens. We begin to care. We imagine their thoughts. We share their emotions. Their victory feels rewarding. Their loss feels painful, even when they never existed. Why would evolution create such a system? Because humans survive through cooperation. For most of history, being accepted by a group increased your chances of survival. Stories helped strengthen those groups. Shared stories created shared beliefs. Shared beliefs created cooperation. Cooperation changed everything. Entire civilizations emerged from stories people agreed to believe. Laws, nations, religions, traditions. Historian Yuval Noah Harari argues that humanity's ability to create and share imagined realities helped us cooperate in enormous numbers. No other species does this quite the same way. Stories became social glue. But there is another reason stories feel irresistible. Your brain constantly predicts the future. Neuroscientists believe the brain operates like a prediction machine. It builds models. It tests expectations. It searches for patterns. Stories are built from the same ingredients: questions, mysteries, conflicts, uncertainty. Your brain wants answers. A good story creates a gap between what you know and what you want to know. That gap generates curiosity, and curiosity is difficult to ignore. Have you ever stayed awake longer than planned just to find out what happens next? That feeling is ancient. Your ancestors benefited from paying attention to unresolved situations. Stories hijack that system. They keep the brain engaged, waiting, predicting, wondering. And then comes the reward. The mystery is solved. The hero succeeds. The truth is revealed. Your brain loves closure. But perhaps the strangest fact is this: stories are not just entertainment, they are simulations, safe simulations. A story allows you to experience danger without risk. loss without consequence, adventure without leaving home. For a few moments, you borrow another life, you explore another perspective, you learn without direct cost. That is remarkably efficient, and it may explain why stories appear everywhere humans exist, around campfires, inside books, on theater stages, across television screens, inside video games, and now across the internet. The technology changes, the stories remain. The next time a story captures your attention, remember this. Your brain is responding to something ancient, something older than civilization, older than writing, possibly older than history itself. Humans did not merely invent stories. Stories helped invent humans.